Supriya ji, we will have to go back to 1885 when the Telegraph Act was done. There was in provision in Telegraph Act where the state can actually monitor if it is required. And there were certain authorizations there. Then in 2008, we faced a very severe attack, that was Mumbai 26/11 attack. And thereafter, NSA report of 2008 talked about 800 terrorist cells and the need of these kind of provisions. Let me remind you, 2008 NSA report said that. And in 2009, October 27, this provision was made under the CCTNS approach. Now, once it was done, it was very, very vague. I would like to rather congratulate the current dispensation, the government in power, that they have clarified who are the agencies who can monitor it. Now, if you see, there is a clarity. Who will monitor it? Now, the CISF will not monitor you. This X agency, Y agency will not monitor it. This is the 10 agencies which will monitor you. And who they will monitor? They will monitor people who are anti-national, who from where there is a threat to the nation. You and I and the citizens or the corporates need not worry about this. And as far as it goes, there was surveillance or monitoring being done on these anti-national elements, irrespective of whatever provisions were there in IT Act, whether it was CRPC or so, there was done. I think probably we have to see this order in a light that it was a necessity of 2008 attack. Then you see, CMS 2011, it was provision was there. So all these provisions were there, and surprisingly, today, when they have clarified who 10 agencies will do it, let me tell you, it is not spooking. It is intervention and interception.
Yes, names, so people say this is snooping.
Yeah, so let me just put it is not not to be worried, and this citizens, corporates, regular persons should not worry about this. This is done very, very systematically by all the governments, since the Telegraph Act has come in. Now, as the technology progresses, those days telegraphs were there, letters were there, so they had that kind of provisions. Now there are emails and other data mobilization technology, so probably the things have to be changed. So it's a migration and a progression of the law. Yeah. But where does it come from? It comes from the 2008 MHA proposed creation of NIG. So it is not 2018, it was 2008. And I do not blame that government 2008 because it was necessary under the National Security Act. Now here, the intervention, interception can be done on any data providing technology. And it is good. If you see who are the agencies are Narcotic Control Bureau. Why would Narcotic Control Bureau investigate as regular citizen? It will do to somebody whom they are fearing that he is a drug peddler, who is a Enforcement Directorate, where they fear that he is an economical offender. If you see NIA, Cabinet Secretariat, now all these people are very, very responsible people. Till now, there was no authorization. So yes, if you say that, till now whatever was done, probably was done on a discretionary power of the Home Secretary. Today there is an authorization, and rather we should be happy as a country that we have done it. If you see the debate of privacy versus national security, many times take a call, but I will recall to you the privacy bill which has been come in place, the provisions which are there in debate. The data protection, personal data protection bill which has been debated right now, and maybe someday it will come back. Probably will provide a protection to the normal citizen. So normal citizen need not be worried about this. And Sri Krishna
right.
7 tenets which are there, all the 7 tenets are very, very strong. Rather, I was debating and I have written to Honorable Justice Sri Krishna on a personal note. I am sure your viewers all know the roles of different agencies which they are doing. Narcotics Department does different role, RAW has a different role altogether. And the signals which is operating in JNK Northeast and specifically in the Assam, these are FASP areas, and probably these areas have a different kind of situation. And when you have different kind of situation, you need different kind of agencies to work there. So authorizing them is a right move which the government has done. Otherwise, they would depend on the inputs coming from other agencies, and that may delay. If you just go to Jammu and Kashmir, you may say there are situations which have to be handled within seconds of erupting. Now, you have seen many situations there in JNK and also in Assam, and I think probably the move is appropriate, which has been authorizing to them. And if you see in the case of Commissioner of Police, because all the national territories, everywhere, wherever you go, national capital territories of almost all the countries have these kind of provisions, and this provision has been appropriately done. Let me bring your attention back to one more fact. See, till now there was a vague thing. Anybody can be authorized. Now they have defined it, and I rather probably believe that this is in the spirit of Supreme Court's advice to narrow it. And this narrowing to 10 agency makes me very, very comfortable as a citizen. Rather, I would like to ask a question to Sanjay Jaji, who talked about all the big words. If this was true, then how did Neera Waradia tape came out where Ratan Tata was talking to him? How did Amar Singh's tape came out? And also let me remind to the viewers here, Rajiv Gandhi pulled out his support to Chandrasekhar's government on swooping case. There were 2 constables standing his out. So
Yeah.
So the toothless tiger of our agencies today have got tooth. So as a citizen, I'm very, very happy. Rather, I would like to ask one question to the government. 2018 का क्या इंतजार किया? पहले क्यों नहीं किया? 2009 में क्यों नहीं किया? Because I have not done anything. I don't have any fear.
Okay.
I have never done any activity. So in case I'm being surveyed for a minute, assume that somebody tries to check my data, I have no problem because I have never evaded tax.